More than a week after Hawaii's devastating wildfires, the death toll has risen to 110. Officials, however, are struggling to identify the victims, with only 5 confirmed so far. Relatives are being asked to supply DNA. And meanwhile, Herman Andaya, who heads Maui's emergency agency, has defended the decision not to use tsunami warning systems to raise the alarm about the fast-moving fires.
As Hawaiians pick up the pieces after fires scorched their homes, their anger and frustration is directed at the official response to the disaster. But officials maintain they did what they could.
Do you regret not sounding the sirens?
I do not. Had we sounded the siren that night, we're afraid that people would have gone malka. And if that was the case, then they would have gone into the fire.
On the ravaged island, where hundreds are still unaccounted for, community-led initiatives are helping deliver food, water, and clothes to survivors who have lost it all in the flames.
We've gone through a lot. We're still looking for family members. But this is important too. Everyone needs to be fed.
With U.S. President Joe Biden planning to visit, many hope the media attention will be accompanied by much-needed relief. Biden has promised to help. Many say they're now waiting for action.
We'll see it when he comes. We'll see it when he doesn't. We'll see it when he helps.
With less than half the affected area searched, the people of Maui hope the president's visit will bring more help and donations to the island as they brace for devastating news on the fate of their loved ones.
DW's Kanchi Moya is reporting for us from Maui, and she attended that press conference. Earlier, she told me more about what the emergency chief had to say.
Yes, there were a lot of questions regarding why they didn't activate the sirens, and asking also about how they were going to regain the trust of the people. The emergency chief said that would have sent more people directly into the fire, that is upcountry. Now, the governor gave us a different response. He said they are working on large changes and better practices. And one of them will be they are going to bury the power lines, the poles that run right now up in the air, and that is a danger. And they also try to expand the satellite capacity across the state. Okay. He said that on Friday he will give more information about major changes in the practices to prevent this kind of disasters.
Now, officials also mentioned there that they've started to identify bodies of the deceased. Do we know how far along those efforts are?
The numbers are still pretty low, and that's something we were wondering about because the people on the ground that we've been talking about expect the number of deceased to be way higher. The police officer explained that they want to be very respectful for the families. They have gathered teams of experts, also from California, that are helping with DNA identification. And they want to notify the families first. So they want to be respectful, and that's going to take a lot of time.
Yeah, and what about the survivors? What is the situation like there for people on Maui now? Are they getting the help that they need?
They're getting a lot of help from community, even from the same people who lost their houses. I've seen it myself. They're volunteering and helping other people. They're still in big need of supply, but of course of housing. That has started to happen now. The government announced a plan to move the people from shelters into over 1,000 rooms in hotels in the area of Lahaina that hasn't been affected, and also into Airbnbs. That is starting to happen yesterday. Today I was at one of those shelters, and I saw myself, the Red Cross, phoning people all the time saying, we found a room for you in this hotel. However, it's only for 30 days. We don't know how long longer they could stay, and the Red Cross doesn't know that even. The governor said they're working also on new ideas on how to rebuild for people for the future.
Well, thank you so much for your reporting throughout the week. That is Kanchi Moya in Maui.